And we start on the phones with Rami in Washington, D.C. Great to have you on the program, sir. You're up first today. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
I was intrigued to call you because I heard you say that Netanyahu wants peace, even though he stated that there would never be a Palestinian state, and then had a semi-racist rant towards the Arabs inside Israel 48. I was just curious, first of all, how could you say that he wants peace when he obviously does not want peace, including continuing building settlements?
Well, I must have a different definition of peace than you do. What is your definition of peace?
My definition of peace is finding middle ground where everyone can live happily ever after, basically. In my opinion...
Can you tell me where on earth does that exist?
Here, in the United States, I think there's a great mix of people all around, you can live with all the different kinds of people, and it's peace. And I think there's an important...
well, see, I don't even agree with that. I think there are people under it.
Judaism, they are not...
I can go to Ferguson, Missouri right now and find you an entire city population that does not think they're living in peace and does not think...
That's all you asked me.
Well,
okay,
I can go...
Northern Virginia, D.C. area in peace, but we're getting off the subject here. How could you...
No, I'm not getting off subject. I'm staying focused on it. You have a totally skewed definition of peace. How come it is that every time we get close to a Palestinian state, the Palestinians or the Arabs sabotage it?
Is that how you feel? Let me ask you a question.
What do you mean how I feel? I'm thinking about this, not about how I feel.
That's absolutely your opinion. That's absolutely your opinion. That's a perspective that you have. That's not an actuality. That's not a truth. You're presenting it as a truth, but that's not a truth, and let me explain why.
You don't even live in the real world. You're robotic here. You're spouting robotic things at me. I'm trying to actually talk to you and use critical thinking. In the first place, you won't tell me what the definition of peace is. I'll tell you what peace is. Peace is the absence of threat and the presence of justice. Now, peace to Al-Qaeda is an entirely different thing than peace to Americans. Peace to the Nazis and the Soviets was an entirely different thing than it is to people like you and me. And I'm telling that peace to the Palestinians and whoever it is that's seeking this so-called two-state solution is a much different definition than the Israeli definition. This is one of the problems. How can you say it's peace when the people who want their own state want to use it as a staging area to wipe the Jews off the map? How in the world can the Jews sign on to that? Where is the peace in that? I think this is all smoke and mirrors. I think Netanyahu wants peace. I think Netanyahu wants everybody to be happy. I think Netanyahu would be happy if everybody just dropped their grievances, live happily ever after, as you say. But I don't think we have people that actually want to do that. I think there are people to whom peace is the end of their business. We have people to whom peace is the end of their power. People to whom peace is the end of their notoriety and fame. So until we can even agree on a definition of peace, you just automatically conclude that a two-state solution equals peace. It doesn't. It's one of the most provocative things that could happen. The root word being provoke. And you do not have peace if at the same time somebody's being provoked. So yours is a political dominated or oriented definition of peace, whereas mine is real. You automatically can disqualify Netanyahu as a man of peace because he doesn't agree with your political solution to the problem. Therefore, he's not a man of peace. He's more a man of peace than any other name you could give me over there.